Good morning, guys. Don't copy this, but this is how I'm playing it so far, right? Excuse me. So we have this high, right? Right here at 6010. We've been hitting it. Played it earlier this morning. You guys saw for the $1,000. So now we're looking at quadruple that on this account. Played a small trade right there to the upside, did well. But yeah, like I said, we're looking to quadruple it on this account in a 4-to-1 trade, risking like $1.75 if we go past it, and getting in at pretty much the exact same spot, 60.0975 to halfway of the move. As you guys can see from that earlier move, it actually broke down quite a lot, and we missed out on about $2,500 in our trade getting out early. But I'd rather follow the trend of what's been happening than try to figure it out. I mean, granted, it was coming to be about like 5.15 or whatever, which is usually when the trend tends to continue. I like to see us come back up to the top and then push back down here. Looks like we're doing this full range. We haven't hit these wicks yet. We left these wicks behind and haven't hit them yet. So I'm looking for us to come back down there, and that to be kind of our floor. So we're going to draw this out right now as our temporary floor. So on the 15-minute, take our trend line, put it below here, and then take another trend line and put it right about here. And this is a temporary floor. We've already hit one, haven't hit the other. As far as our supply zone, we're going to go ahead and put that right here from 975 to 13. Then we're going to go the 1 hour time frame. And first we're going to stretch them on the 1 hour time frame, because if you do it on the 4, it's going to be too small. And now that they're stretched on the 4 hour time frame, the 1 hour time frame, now we'll go to the 4 hour time frame. See how small it is when we go to the 4 hour versus the 1 hour? And that'll put us into the next month, basically. And we'll keep these all for the rest of the month as levels, as long as we don't come down. Now, what we're looking for as far as retreating is coming down to our original demand zone. So let's go ahead and draw this out to the next month. See, we went up through the demand zone, came back down through the demand zone. This will be like a hard level that we would go down to, this 59.27, and definitely bounce off of that. The next level on the 4 hour time frame is right here at 59.43. For a bounce, we don't even need to go to the left because there was nothing to the left prior to this. Draw this out. See, we're very smoothly pulling back down. Looks good. Start the day. I'd still like to see us pop up one more time. Next level that we're looking for is this break right here. And this right here. So both of these are slight levels. Take our trend line, draw it out to the right there. Take another trend line, draw it out to the right here. Next to the top of these wicks. One trend line right there in between these two. All right, next we're going to go to the top of this wick, add alert there. And on this screen you see a lot of lines, but really realistically you're not going to see but a couple of these when you're doing trading. But these just give me areas to take trades where there's going to be some reactions. Yep, areas to take trades where there's going to be some definite reactions on smaller time frames. See, on a smaller time frame, it's going to look like this. You're going to see far less of those. You're only going to see a couple of these. They're going to start down there. There's going to be lots of space in between them. Back to the 4 hour time frame. We know now that this is a decent level of resistance here. So we're going to draw that out. The bodies of these candles here support. Going to draw that out. So my new demand zone is going to start from the wicks of these candles right here to this wick. It's about a $5 range. Draw out the $5 range there. We've seen for sure that that's an area that we're going to react off of. Stretch it out. Waiting to break down to this, and then we'll be in a new area that we'll consider, which is all of this heading towards this downside here. Page break right there. We need to add a trend line. All reactionary areas on the 4 hour time frame. The low below this for bouncing back up right here. Anything else? Okay, we've got right there. No, we've got the supply zone. So we got everything. That's everything. Tap here. QPBLY. Supply max. So this is currently our high. Add text to this box. This is our current main demand zone. So this is our demand main. All the way through this is relative places. We've got blue lines as well for areas that we can react inside of the demand zone. Right now, you can see we're breaking down towards it. We're looking to react out of that. So we've got everything. We've got our zones drawn up. Got everything drawn up the way that we think it's going to react. Forgot this one right here. Now we're just waiting for 9:30. Got your double top right there at 04. See our line just popped up on the screen. It's a strong level of resistance. For a touch and go. So we got our supply zone up top, our resistance, which is right here. And that's how you draw it out, guys. That's how you draw it out on the 4 hour time frame. Then you're going to go backwards through time to the 1 hour, looking for points of interest on the 1 hour as well. You can see that this was a point of interest on the 1 hour, which is why we're rejecting off of it. We already have this line for support on the 1 hour there. An area that we can go back through. Got all these lines here. This is a point of support right there, but we're not worried about that because we have the main area of support on this one. Then you have your demand zone to bounce up off of. You have the lower area of the demand zone to go through, and then on the 1 hour time frame, this right here would be a point of interest, cutting these two in half because that's a very big zone. And then everything else is marked out. You can see the 4-hour time frame meets all of these areas without much resistance or anything like that. It's meeting all of these areas. This first one right here is what I'm really interested in. This is the only one that's missing from the initial push up. That'll be a hard area for us to break through. And that's it. That's all she wrote. These go to the 11th. Stretch it out a few more days. And we drawn up our zone. So you guys see we got the support down here. Starting to push back up off of this supported area right here on the left-hand side. Looking to break that 98 to go down to this 94 area. I've got 96 and 98 marked out for when we break those two. I already have 94 marked out. So this is support. You can see it was resistance before. On the way up, it was resistance. It was consolidation, and now it's acting as a support. This right here is acting as resistance at 04. This right here is our supply zone. So if we're going to crawl back up, it's going to be to there. Let's go over to... Yeah, right now we're at 595.60. This is 596.65. That's pretty much the high that we've been at today. We're looking for this thing to come back to this 595.90-ish, 596 area. Then you got all this to the upside. But we're right around where the market closed out yesterday. All right, with an hour and 15 minutes to the market open. So catch you guys later on. Enjoy this trading day. I want to see us get back up to that high real quick so that I can get me a nice little $4,800 trade. I'm going to leave my trade in place for the entire hour until 9:30. Because it may be the 9:30 open that we need to get there. Let's see. We are $10 off of this right now, so that's a full $1 from where we are. So that'll be $596.50. So yeah, right there will put us into this trade. And we hung out around that area all last night until about, what was this? Until about 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning is when we finally left this area alone. So we still have the opportunity to go back up there. Basically, we're about the 200 EMA for the 1 hour time frame for this. So we have the opportunity to go back up there. And we could see us break out and go higher today, but we're going to have some reaction in here first. I don't really see anything carrying us up. Let's check out Nvidia. I mean, not Nvidia. Let's check out Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's only up like a few cents from where it closed yesterday. So probably head back up to that 299, 300 area real quick before we get some type of a rejection. But we're not going to see a big bounce up or big bounce down today. We're just going to see a slight little pullback, little tiny gap. But I'll check y'all out in a little bit.